Anyway, let's move on to our first topic here today, which is Beyond the Gates. So we do have the website up here, and walk me through this scenario with you, because I know how I felt when I woke up whatever morning this was, and I was like, oh, let's see what Beyond the Gates is. Oh my God! So what was your take when you saw what was released?
Astonishment, I think, is the word I can use, because look,
Yeah.
I don't think the Parasaurolophus is actually all that great.
Yeah.
But this is the first Legacy collection. This is the first anything that recognizes the Lost World as an entity in Mattel, right?
No. Well, their Legacy collection, yeah, I think. But we did have the Tiger Stripe Raptor from Amber collection.
Okay.
In quotes. Anything else? I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. I think maybe that was it.
The Tiger
this was a
Stripe
huge
Raptor,
surprise.
I mean, how many Raptors have there been in the entire Mattel line? Like dozens at this stage, right? So, like, to me, I chalk the Tiger Stripe Raptor as like it either could have been a Tiger Stripe Raptor, or it could have just been another random repaint that resembled the Tiger Stripe Raptor. This is something that's like, oh, this is a Lost World car and a Lost World human figure. This is the beginning of something great. What do they say at the beginning of episode 7? This is how we make things right, or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was just along those lines.
This will begin to set things right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is awesome, dude.
Hopefully it does, because I don't know. I know that we will be getting. It's not like, hey, this is only going to be the focus, the Lost World. I know that for a fact. They're not going to just focus on the Lost World. But I feel like, in my mind, I feel like they stepped up their game. Like, last time around, there was a bunch of good reveals and stuff like that. And of course, we got some amazing stuff like the Apatosaurus. We got the Explorer set, fantastic. That Jeep set with Nedry. But this, like, the fact that they branched off into another film with an incredible collection here, this capture pack with the vehicle from the Lost World, Roland Tembo, oh my God, and this Parasaurolophus, yeah, sure. But like, I felt like they stepped up their game, and I don't want to see them back off that now. I want them to, up the ante every time now, and I really do feel like it changed my expectations as far as what are we going to get, because I would have been like, oh, it's a Legacy collection, I don't know, we'll just get like, something minimal. And we do have a bunch of Legacy collection stuff coming up, so my anticipation now has certainly risen.
But don't let that. Here's what I want to communicate. If the way that we get Lost World content in this, am I freezing on your end?
Yeah, it keeps happening.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it.
If this is the way we get Lost World content, which is a trickle between Jurassic Park and whatever the new Jurassic World film is, if this is how we get Lost World content, then I'm okay with it, because if they feel that the Lost World is not as recognizable or as profitable of a film for them, like, I don't want them to just ignore it. I would rather them pad it with things that they think they can sell a lot more of, and then like keep giving us Lost World stuff over the next 5 years, right?
Okay.
I can understand if they were like, hey, let's make 2023 the year of the Lost World. I can actually see how that might damage their bottom line, because it's not as much of a moneymaker as Jurassic Park or Jurassic World.
Yeah, I think they have focused. How many years has it been now? 4 years of Mattel, and they have focused a little too intently on the first film. I think there's been so much 3 3/4 inch figures, and also all vehicles and different, like, how many Jeeps? We've gotten like 3 or 4 different Jeeps at this point. There's been so much focus on just the first film that I really wish they had branched out into other sets. I know we got that random like JP3 set that I never tracked that down. The one with the raptor and Alan Grant in a different
Oh,
shirt.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I, I don't have that at all. And
No, me neither.
there's been little things like that, but I wish they kind of went like every other. Like they just like went back and forth between all these different films. I kind of expected this year to be like a Jurassic World year where they release a lot of Jurassic World stuff. Because they never really got the chance to do that. Of course, we did get the Apatosaurus already, so that's good. But yeah, I don't expect them to solely focus on the Lost World, but it is very exciting, and I think it brings hope to like what the line could be, the Legacy Collection. So
So
I'm hopeful.
so you wanted this to be a Jurassic World year. What's left from Jurassic World that you want to see? I'm legit curious. I'm not being
Literally,
like a
literally everything. We got nothing.
what's left?
We only got Fallen Kingdom stuff, so we really only got like whatever their the characters' outfits from that movie. We don't have any Claire in that
Oh,
Claire
okay,
outfit. Like
okay.
Claire in her white outfit, but then maybe a tattered version, and Doctor Wu, Mizrani, Hoskins, like all those characters. Any
Okay,
dinosaurs, like a baby apatosaur or something like that we saw in the movie, pteranodons, like different things from that movie, I think, and not even just the humans, but anything. Vehicles, the vehicles from that movie specifically. We do have a lot of gyrospheres, so you can kind of skip over that. I
I'll say,
think,
well, okay, the Mercedes, yeah,
yeah, I think, yeah, and that would be fantastic. Like, we got some really cool stuff for Fallen Kingdom, vehicle wise and other, but I really wish they would dive back into that era because they never got the chance. So maybe the Apatosaur was the first step into that. I don't know, but
because I
we'll
was
see.
thinking the Indominus was the first step into that, and I
Oh yeah,
felt
yeah,
like
yeah.
with
You're
the
right. You're right. You're
Indominuses,
right. You're right. Definitely the
I
the,
feel like with
the
the
Indominus.
Indominus, the Apatosaur, the gyrospheres, I was
Yeah.
feeling pretty good about how much Jurassic World stuff we got.
Well,
But you're
Owen's kind
right,
of confusing because
none of
like
the humans.
Owen looks like he could branch like any of these movies. Like you're like, okay, kind of, he works for
Yeah,
any of them. And we do have the gyrospheres. I feel like I don't remember specifically, but I feel like a lot of them are just like cracked. Um,
yes, they are.
so
Yeah.
I want like a bigger. I think there's a smaller one that maybe is not cracked. Oh my god! And and listeners on the podcast, anytime you hear me just go, oh my, what is happening? Like that's him pulling up this massive jug of water.
You guys, I am medically required to drink this water, and I've been talking for like 6 hours straight. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry. It's gonna be a
I get
thing.
it. I understand you, man. But anyway, yeah, I want to see more variation from Jurassic World. I think that would be really great. And we do have like another legacy item coming up in March, another one in oh my god, what is happening? In April. Hammond collection in May, another legacy collection between June and July, Hammond collection in August. So they're really focusing in on that legacy collection. I hope that pays off for us. I know that I would want like the breakaway bathroom with Gennaro. I think that would be fantastic. We all want a Lex figure. I feel like a Lex figure would be great. But let's branch off from there. Let's like that's two of these. There's only one, two, and then yeah, they're each single items. So I don't know. I want Jurassic World, something from Jurassic World in there.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, back to this figure. Let's take a look at the thing here. So this one, I don't know if you paid attention for too long, but this one took a long time to sell out comparatively to some of the other ones.
No, I did not pay attention. I saw it and hit click, click, and then
Yep,
walked away.
it's
Bye bye.
fantastic, man. Like I saw Roland and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. He looks so good. That was the thing that like sold it instantly for me. The vehicle looks phenomenal too. Yeah, it's not screen accurate or anything, and it's not as fun and inventive as the original iteration that we got from the 1997 toy line. But it is very very cool, and it's much more film accurate than that
Why don't you
version
think
for
it's
sure.
as fun or original? I'm
Well,
interested
well,
because
the other one had like a mounted rocket thing on top. It had a big net on the side for catching dinosaurs. The front bumper came off, and
oh,
I
okay.
don't. I
Yep.
used to have it right here. I don't know what.
No, but
Maybe
I
I
knew
put it back.
exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it
All
had,
right.
had a
Yeah.
lot of different features on it. Cool paint job and stuff that was certainly different from the film. But but this is cool. I dig this. I think this is fun. One thing I don't think this is accurate by any means, but it says here like a juvenile parasaur, and I'm like, I never watched that movie and thought this is a juvenile parasaurolophus. I don't even know where it says it, but
someone pointed out that like if you on a certain frame, there is a juvenile parasaurolophus. Now, whether that's an actual juvenile or whether it's like they size down the model, there is one. But the one they go after, the one you see as a hero piece on screen that lifts them all up, it is definitely not a juvenile. Like, but
I'm actually I don't see the juvenile portion unless they maybe say it in the video. Maybe that's where they put it because it's not saying it here. I don't believe.
Oh, I'm talking about the movie. The movie, like
no. I'm
just assuming that this is juvenile. I mean,
no. It did say somebody said it somewhere. I don't know where it was said. Maybe it was in the video for Beyond the Gates, but I thought it was here, but maybe not. But yeah, this is certainly a juvenile figure
toy.
Yeah. But in the film, when they do that, like you're saying, the hero shot, like that is a massive parasaurolophus. It's not a juvenile, and that's like the one I'm imagining this is supposed to be. But then again, they never shot a rocket at it, so who knows?
What missile launcher did they have to go after?
Yeah, that didn't happen. So take it as seriously as you want to, I guess. But it does look fantastic. So happy with it, and Roland, which for some reason the pictures here don't really give us like there's a better look, which of course he's behind us, but he looks fantastic. Like that is the best Roland that we've gotten. But I will say that I still like the original one better, just because it's so unique and so fun and so different. But this is more accurate. So got to give it to him there. But fantastic item. I can't wait for this thing. And like I said, I feel like they've upped the game. There is like a little computer in there. It was cool. I just saw that.
Interesting that they're they're finally introducing this DNA strip.
Yeah.
I kind of have some issues with the DNA strap or whatever they're calling this thing. This is gonna make finding them in the aftermarket in 2, 5, 10 years kind of a pain, because it's gonna be exactly like Dino Damage is now. It's gonna be like, oh, I found the dinosaur, but there's this gaping hole in the back that some 3-year-old choked on 10 years ago. Like I mean that's dark, but like it's just what. I mean, I don't know. You have little kids now. Is this something that you can even like really you have to take the part out out of fear of them choking on this thing? Is this even something you would ever even let your kids play with? I don't know.
I mean, I'd have to see it. I feel like there is like this is as far I think as it goes. So I don't think it like purposefully comes out, but certainly you could break that in a second's time. So I don't know. I don't think I would be afraid of this because it's not too small, but I have to see it in person. I've been a little leery of this item for a while. I think I could probably say it now, but they did show this to us a long time ago. I did get the chance to see this. Yeah, that's the DNA tag, and they wanted to kind of test out like what collectors thought, and I was like, it's. I like the scan on the foot. It's not in your face. It's not something that is obstructive of anything else. It doesn't create a little hole or a latch or something else. So I kind of like just the foot one. So I told them that as a collector, but I said for a kid that is kind of cool, and it does give you different features. Oh, excuse me, different features like that. I think there's like an AR mode and stuff like that. So it is a cool thing, but I just kind of wish they stuck with the foot one.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. But yeah, in terms of choking hazards, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. But there you go. $30. That's a good deal, I think, for all this stuff.
Wow, a car, fantastic. A dinosaur, and a human for $30.
Yeah, I mean, it probably checks out. I mean, these are typically like I feel like the vehicles were like $15 usually. That dinosaur is probably like $10. So what do we got? 25 plus $7.99 for we're right around there. Maybe we're winning by like $2 or so with this package deal. Pretty good though. Any final thoughts on that before we move on?
No, I'm really excited. Mattel, please, more Lost World.
Yes.
I know everyone's like excited, like the trailer, but I feel like the trailer is like a couple of years out. Like you need to get more Lost World characters out first before you dump the trailer, or maybe the trailer is what gives you all the Lost World characters in one bundle.
Could you imagine that, man? How amazing would that be? A Lost World trailer. You get that amazing, incredible trailer. Maybe not as cool as it used to be, but still,
and
like
5 characters.
And like yes, a ton of is that it? That's all you want? Is 5?
Well,
I want
Well,
so we got
like,
Ian, we got Kelly, we have Eddie, we've got Nick, we've got Sarah. So that's 5. I mean, you just did that math
like
very quickly.
Core. Like that's the core.
But then you could like imagine that though, like a full like I would pay money for this. You know, you get the huge rig, and then you get several hunters or whatever as well. That would be super cool.
Yeah, I mean they have to throw a dinosaur in there, but maybe this is their opportunity to give you
a
juvenile Tyrannosaur that like fits with the 3 3/4 figures.
You know, we have. Partially, you mentioned what Lost World figures we've gotten before, and they did give us that like green Rex that came with like a juvenile T-Rex. I mean, that's not really a Lost World set, even though it maybe tries to be. But we also did get the baby T-Rex in the Amber collection. Came with a few copies. And that does have like a leg brace on it. So I would assume if the camper came with anything, it would come with, the baby T-Rex. Hopefully a better version.
As part of the Hammond collection.
Yeah, probably at this point. Yeah, I just, yeah. Oh God.
I know. I don't. Mean to break your heart over and over
I don't want the Hammond collection to just be like, hey, here's all the stuff you got already from a different line, just in a different scale. I'm like, come on. Like,
it's definitely gonna be that, buddy.
I know.
Definitely.
It's literally just gonna be scaled down into the same like.
Dude, you would never have gotten an Amber collection Parasaurolophus or like they're too big. And I think, I mean, we can debate this until the end of time. This was the problem with the Amber collection to begin with. I know you were interested in the humans, but humans are only a third of the equation for Jurassic. It's humans, technology, and dinosaurs.
Look, they could have kept that line going for much, much longer if they just gave us humans. But also like threw in like a dinosaur every so often. Like they're collector's pieces. They're not meant to be played with on the floor. So you don't need all the dinosaurs per se. Might be controversial to say, but you don't necessarily need them for collector's pieces.
Are you suggesting the humans in Jurassic Park are just as interesting as the dinosaurs?
Yes.
All right, there you go. You heard it here. Jurassic Park podcast. Brad Jost. Humans just as interesting as dinosaurs.
I will live up to that. I mean, the reason I love these movies so much is the characters. Like the characters really sell it for me, especially like the original characters and stuff. It's like we've talked about before. Like they're normal people, but they're like our childhood heroes. Especially seeing this new trailer come out. It's like our heroes have returned. I know like heroes being thrown around in the Jurassic franchise is like, something that people don't really like, but I'll say it. I'll stand behind that as well. So there we go. That is the Legacy Collection Isla Sorna Capture Pack. Let's move on to our next one, which is actually going to be